Well, today there's a couple of things we're going to do. One of them, we're going to repair this window by replacing that bottom rail. As you can see, it's well rotted out. Also, we're going to replace just one of the, you can call them mullions, muttons, light divider, whatever you want to call it, it's correct. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to replace just one of them. Let's just say your kids are out playing baseball and they knock one through here and knock the two glasses out and one of the muttons. So we're going to replace that. But the first thing we're going to do is replace this bottom rail. If you can find a redwood, now that's the best thing to use. If you can't find a redwood, the next thing is cypress. If you can't find cypress, then you're just down to pretty much pine. Not spruce, but pine. Spruce will warp really bad. So anyway, we're going to get this out of here. Now there's a couple things I want to show you. First thing is it's got a tongue and groove, and the tongue and groove, this side here is intact. We're not going to do that because let's just say we're typical homeowners and all we want to do is just repair a window. So I mean, it takes a lot of effort. Now you can do it. I'm not saying you can't. You can do it. But in any case, we're going to use, as we put this in, we're just going to use a couple of dowels and then fill up this void with some filler. Alright, well, let's get busy. So since the other side's already broke off, now we're going to have to replace this vertical piece too, so that's going to be a tough one. But in any case, here we have to take a saw and cut across here. Now we've got to take out the glazing, and you know, we've got that glazing tool that we can get the glazing out of here. Now if you can leave the window intact, that's fine. A lot of times I'm pretty lucky on getting this rail out without breaking the glass. And the only reason I say that is because all we got to do is, when we come through here, is just cut to the edge of that tongue. Once we get that tongue cut, then this piece will come out. Well, now we're gonna be homeowners now, so we're just gonna need, the only thing other than just the basic hand tools, we need a router with a Roman OG bit, just some kind of hacksaw, and some kind of square, and of course a pencil. And the last thing you need is just some kind of a table saw. When we cut this, now you can see the profile between the rail and the stile. So but what we're going to do is we're just going to cut straight up and cut it all the way back, because we're not going to worry too much about that profile because you can't see it anyway. And so we're just going to cut just barely this side, since this rail, since this stile here's still good, just barely going to cut right across that edge. On this one, we don't have to take the tongue out of this one. We can use it as our fill piece, holding our dowels in place. And you can see I didn't hit the glass. I stopped just short of it, so now we'll flip it over and we'll finish cutting it with our hacksaw. Okay, got it off of it. This thing's still wet, that's why it's so hard to cut. It's hard as heck to cut wet lumber. Okay, now what we need to do, well, no, that's pretty well straightened up, so we can use that, or you could come in and cut out that little bit of profile if you like. Doesn't matter either way. It's easier if you get rid of it now. You just come in and, well, I'll do it for you right now. And so you just cut back to that fillet right there, and then you either chisel or saw this area out. I'm not even going to be able to chisel this out, even though I'm going to try, because it's so wet. Oh boy, this stuff is so wet, it's just not doing anything. So we're just going to move on. But what I'm going to do is, eventually I'm just going to take that saw. Well, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to clean this up. Like I said, we're going to leave this tongue in there. Okay, you can see even these mullions, mutton, whatever you want to call it, they even have a tongue also. So when we make these, we're not going to do the tongue on them either, because the whole window has to be apart in order to use tongue and groove. So anyway, we're going to make a piece of this, and then we're fixing to make our rail, and then we're going to make our stile.